All right, so this says in a triangle shown, AC, line segment AC is parallel to line segment DE. Prove that DE divides AB and CB proportionally. So it's saying that AB and CB gets divided proportionally. So in other words, this side equals this side and this side equals this side. So we want to show that they're going to be proportional when I set them up. So let's do our 2-column proof. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line down the middle. Oops. And we will have a quiz tomorrow, guys. Okay, here we go on that. And let's ride. We're going to put statement on this side and reason on this side. And the first line is always the given. So it told us that AB is parallel to DE, and the rest is going to be on us, and that's given. Okay, so I'm going to start breaking it down little bit by little bit. Since this line is parallel to this line, I'm going to go ahead and highlight what's given. AC is parallel to DE, then there's some things that I know. This orange line I'm going to draw on this side is called a transversal. If that is a transversal, then I know that this angle is the same as this angle, and they're called corresponding angles. So that's what I'm going to write. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the other side too. On the light blue side, that's the same situation I have over here. Change that to light blue. Same situation I have going on over here. That's a transversal, so that means this angle is the same as this angle down here. So there's a couple of things I'm going to go ahead and write in my proof. That's where I start first. So I'm going to say the measure of angle D is congruent to the measure of angle A, and the measure of angle E is congruent to the measure of angle C, and we're going to call that reason by the corresponding angles. Your corresponding angles. Next, I'm going to go and break up these two triangles then, because I'm trying to prove that this side is proportional to this side and this side is proportional to this side. So what I'm going to go and say, I'm going to draw the small triangle first, and I'm going to say D, B, E, and then the big triangle should be A, B, C. And here's what I'm going to say. If these two triangles, well, guess what I do know? I know they're similar by the angle-angle theorem because they share this angle. Remember, D was the same as A, so I'm going to go highlight those angles. D is the same as A, and E is the same as C. And since they share two angles, then we can say that's the angle-angle theorem that we can use to show they're similar. So we're going to say triangle D, B, E is similar to triangle A, B, C, and we're going to say by the angle-angle similarity theorem. So we got that in there. Now we're going to go and set up some proportions, and I'm going to do big to small intentionally. All right, so I'm going to set that proportion up. Then if this statement up here is true, I can say that A, B over D, B should equal should equal BC over BE. And let me show you how. If we was to highlight this part and this part go together, and then I'm going to take my yellow, this part and this part go together. All right? And that's just the definition of proportionality. So, or you could say sides of similar triangles are proportional. Proportional. Okay, so that's a true statement. Now, we're going to look here. AB is made up of two pieces. It's made up of AD and BD. So I'm going to say I can rewrite AB as AD plus BD. I can rewrite that as this because they make up the whole AB. And then I can put that over DB. And that should also equal, and I'm going to move this over so I need the space. And I'm going to go in black. So AD plus DB should equal, and I'm going to put the DB back on the bottom. On this side, BC is made up of two pieces, BE plus EC, and we're going to say over BE. All right, and this is just, we're going to call this segment, yeah, we're replacing, changing it to segment addition. That's the reason we're doing that here. And then if you look here, we say, if you look, these two can cancel each other. Well, wait, let me not say that yet. We're going to rewrite this as a fraction. So we're going to say AD over two separate fractions, DB plus DB over DB. And this equals BE over BE plus EC over BE. And we're just rewriting these as each numerator gets its own denominator. And that's all we're doing. And we're just rewriting fractions. All right, and then from there, if you look, I can't simplify this, so I'm just going to write it back. And here, this reduces to 1. And here, this reduces to 1. And if you look here, I can't simplify that. And this is simplifying fractions. All right. Now, we're going to go and write, well, if you notice, they both have 1 in it. So guess what, babies? We can get rid of the 1 on both sides. So we're going to say, oops, AD over DB equals EC over BC. And then we're just going to say subtraction, property of equality. And then all we have to say here, now that we have that, we've shown what we needed to show. That this line, we're saying that this over this now equals this over this. That's what we have. So now we can say this is simply the definition of proportionality. And we're done. Definition of proportionality. My recommendation is for you to write this proof down. Now tomorrow you won't be quizzed on having to write the whole proof, but it will be just fill in the blanks. So I do recommend you practice writing the proof and then making sure you know how to fill in the blanks on either side. And that's all on that proof, babies. Okay, let's go to the next question. All right, it says the basketball hoop in your backyard casts a shadow of 109 inches long. You are 5 feet 8 inches tall and you cast a shadow of 62 inches long. Find the height of the basketball hoop in inches. Round your answers to the nearest whole number. Okay, so this question is asking me to find the height of the basketball hoop in inches. And it wants me to round my answer to the nearest whole number. So I need to start drawing some pictures. And so I got a basketball hoop in the backyard that casts a shadow of 109 inches long. So I am going to draw my basketball hoop. Here's my net. This is how tall the hoop is. And it's going to cast a shadow. So the shadow needs to be on the ground. And this shadow is 109 inches long. Okay. So there's my little goal. And then it says you are 5 feet 8 inches tall. So here's me. And I'm going to give me a little smiley face. And I am 5 feet 8 inches tall, 5 feet 8 inches. And my shadow would hit the ground, and it is 62 inches long. All right, and here is the triangle I'm making. So I got me some similar triangles, and it wants me to find the height of the basketball hoop. Okay, so there's my picture, and it wants my answer in inches. We got a slight problem, because if you look at the question, I'm 5 feet 8 inches tall, so I gotta get my height in inches. So here, what I know is that 1 foot equals 12 inches. So if I have 5 feet, all I have to do is say 5 times 12 is 60. So actually on this side, I am 60 plus 8, I'm 68 inches tall. So I can change this now to 68 inches. And just be careful, guys, with your units. So guess what? I am back to what I know. This, the struggle is real. Hold on. This side is equal to this side, and this side corresponds to this side. Okay, so here are my matching sides, and they aren't actually equal, they're just matching sides. So I can set up the ratio now, I'm in the game. So x over 68 equals 109 over 62, and I'm going to solve for x. So here I get 62x equals 68 times 109, and I'm going to draw my line. 62x equals, and let's see, 68 times 109 gives me 7,412, and then divide this by 62. Let's see what we get, guys. How tall is the basketball hoop? Divide by 62 equals 119.5. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that 119 point, and it said to the nearest whole number. So what's that, 0.5? Yep, so it's 120 inches tall. And if you wanted to convert that to feet, you could, but it didn't ask you for that. So it's 120 inches. So I would write the hoop is 120 inches tall. And we're finished. All right, let me see what's next. Okay, now it tells me to find the value of D in this problem. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, draw my two triangles. This is 28 feet. This is 15 feet. All right, and then my big triangle. This is 28 plus 56. That is going to be 4, 7, okay, 84. And then this side is going to be D. So I'm going to do my corresponding sides. 28 over 84 equals 15 over D. So we get 28D equals 84 times 15. I'm not going to attempt to do that one in my head. I could though, but okay. So let's do 84. Wait, let me write it so you can see it. Let's keep it consistent. 84 times 15 equals 1260, 28D. All right, and then here we're going to divide by 28, divide by 28. All right. We get D equals, divide by 28 and that's 45. And we're finished. So D equals 45, and don't forget the units, it's in feet. And we're done. All right, see you guys on tomorrow. Bye.